show you how to make English toffee. A couple days ago, somebody had gotten the English toffee from Little John's at work, and I kid you not, those were the best toffees that I've ever tasted in my life. I used to like almond roca, but I know if you guys have tried almond roca, you probably know that it's very, very hard to bite into. But the toffees that I tasted at work, they were like soft too. They were crunchy, but they were soft, so they didn't literally break your teeth, which almond roca kind of tends to do. So I'm actually going to show you how to make that. One thing that you really need, I do advise, is to get a candy thermometer because this will definitely save your life. Then if you could, the camera person can actually be, like get a little closer and zoom in, you would see that there are a couple of indications that tell you the different stages of candy making process. There's soft ball, hard crack stage. So if you guys have that, this will definitely save your life. Okay, alright guys, we're going to go over the ingredients really quickly. We need corn syrup, butter, sugar. I'm using Nestle semi-sweet morsel, but you can use pretty much any kind of chocolate that you just prefer eating, like just like that. You can use Ghirardelli, Hershey's, whatever. We're using almonds that I've toasted, and what we're going to do is then chop them, kind of like roughly chop them in our food processor and line them in our baking sheet because toffee is not going to be complete without nuts. You can use pecans too if you prefer. And we need salt because for me salt is an essential for any kind of baking. Really takes your desserts to that extra mile it definitely needs to go. And we have the candy thermometer, without which life is just going to be hard and sad and miserable. So we're ready to rock and roll now.
Okay, so we're going to start by melting our 2 sticks of butter in a pan that I brushed with butter. Make sure that the sides of the pan is like well coated with butter because it's going to help us make like the perfect candy. So I've just let it melt on a very low flame because we don't want to burn our butter. Now take 1 cup of sugar and drop it right in. Into that I'm also putting 1/4 teaspoon of salt. It's optional. If you don't want to put it, you don't have to, but I think it really does make a difference. And I'm also adding 2 tablespoons of corn syrup. Now the purpose of corn syrup here is to prevent the sugar from crystallizing again. If there's a lot of science behind it, we just don't want our sugar to become grainy again. So we want to make sure that's nice and syrupy, so corn syrup is just going to save your life. So now what I've done is also clip my candy thermometer to the side of my pan. As you can see, my pan is kind of small and the candy thermometer is huge. But it does have a clasp at the back so you can slide up and down. But with a little bit of difficulty I did manage to clip it on. So clip it and just turn your flame to full boil. And we're just going to let it boil for about 12 minutes. And my first test comes right now, so for people who do not have a candy thermometer, what you have to do is take a glass of ice cold water and take a teaspoon of your candy mixture and drop it into your ice cold water. And what you're looking for is to see if the candy is going to sink to the bottom and kind of clump together instead of being like separated. So kind of just like reach into your glass and try to feel it with your thumb and index finger. Right now it seems a little too soft, so I'm going to give it 5 more minutes. So this is my second test. After 5 minutes, I'm doing the same thing, taking a teaspoon of my mixture, dropping it into my ice water, and as you can see, it sunk to the bottom. Now this one seems a little more done, and I think this is the perfect consistency, so it comes to exactly 280 degrees. So I'm just going to give it a quick stir and slide the whole thing like a flubber onto my prepared pan that I lined with foil and also the crushed almonds, half of the crushed almonds that I told you about. And just let this mixture sit for at least a minute before topping it with your chocolate. I'm just using semi-sweet chocolate, just dot the entire surface with that. If you have chocolate bars or whatever, just place them on top and let it sit for about a minute just so it gets nice and soft and starts to melt. Just go ahead and cover the whole thing. And now I'm just taking my spatula and spreading it all out. So it's going to give it a nice contrast with the candy and the nice chocolate. And on top, like the remainder of my crushed almonds, I've sprinkled it on top and kind of just press it down with your spatula.
Okay guys, so I let this sit for about a couple of hours, and you definitely want to leave this for at least 2 hours so that it actually gets hard enough for you to start cracking. So I'm going to take this The best way to do is just take your foil and put it on your counter. So it's just easier for you to kind of break it. And this is really hard, so I can't obviously do anything. I'm just going to going to go at this, if this happens. Okay. Yeah. It's going to be a struggle. Well, if you do know about toffee, it's just you kind of break it into different cracks, and it's really hard for me to do this. Okay. Oh. It's a workout. And the best part of toffee is like the sizes, the chunks are always kind of, you know, not too I can tell this tastes really good because it smells all buttery and sugary. And this is quite a workout. Okay. Alright, so basically you just want like random chunks here and there because it's toffee, doesn't need to be uniform at all. And so if we can look up close up, this is really hard. The chocolate is set really well, the almonds and everything. I'm actually going to take like the smallest bite. I really do not have any words. This is the perfect combination. It's not hard, it's brittle, easily breaks when you bite into it. You definitely need to, I mean, nothing is simpler than just adding butter, sugar, a little bit of corn syrup, and just letting it sit on the stove for a couple minutes. Use your candle thermometer, and you literally will make these in 20 minutes. This makes for a really, really good holiday present. I know holidays are kind of over, but you know, New Year's is still here. You can put in nice little plastic bags, like tie it with a ribbon. Oh my gosh. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it and leave a comment below if you try it. I really want to know how it turns out. And also please subscribe to my channel because I do plan to upload videos every week. I want to make sure that you guys know whenever I do. And I will see you guys next time. Bye! Today I'm very... Okay. Somebody actually got these English toffee from Little John's at work, and I kid you not, when I took a bite, I literally put my head in my hands because they were the most perfect combination of sweet and salty. Do you really want to be in it? Okay, one more time. 1, 2, 3, go. And I kid you not, the minute I took a bite, I put my head in my hands because...
Can you change your lines, Isa?
I do upload videos every week. I kind of messed up.